All right. I was reading in this book. Well, I can show the title of it. Crossing California. I wouldn't recommend reading this book. There's a part where a 13-year-old girl took two chess pieces from inside a house she was welcome in at the time, and it's like a king and queen, and she put them in her bag and just kind of held on to them. No explanation why she took them. Just she wanted to take them inside this house. It was on a chess set. Later, she was confronted. The daughter, I think, who invited her to stay at this house, asked her about it. The father was standing in the distance, listening, and he was fuming with anger. And she was asked, let's call her name Lana. That's actually her name in the book. Lana, did you take these chess pieces, or what have you done with them? Because apparently she was like the only one who was really in the house, and Lana denied it. She said, "Oh no, I didn't take them." And then there was this brother that was in the house too. When after the conversation, Lana went to her bedroom or something, pulled out one of the chess pieces and put it in the brother's room. And then that was discovered in the brother's room, and they're like, "Oh, we're sorry, we kind of doubted you." But then Lana had to go home, and this is in the winter time. And so they started driving her home, and she forgot to get the house key to get inside her home. She left it back at the place where she took the chess pieces. So she was in a bit of a bind there, because the author now was putting the debate in her head. I'll have to wait until like 3 days from now before my dad gets back at the house I'm going to, or the brother will get accused at the house where the chess pieces were taken from, and he'll deny it, and they'll believe him, and then the blame will fall back on Lana. So she didn't want to go back, and I'm not going to go into any further detail about how she got out of that pickle, but that's a situation that you don't want to get into, and it begs the question: how do you overcome that need to take something? Because I've gotten that need plenty of times. In fact, I have to say, the last time I took something without asking for permission, and I'll say, you ask for permission by paying for it, okay, through money. That's one way. You could ask verbally, "Can I just have this?" And a lot of times they'll just be like, "Okay, here's money, and may I have permission now?" And they give you receipts and all that. Well, the last time I took something was a book from the Friends of the Library. It was just like in the initial donations part where the person just kind of drops it off, and I just took a book. Okay, I kind of have a habit of doing that. But how do I overcome that? Okay, I have a need to read. All right. In fact, this book was kind of stolen from one of the Friends of the Libraries. It's about the only thing I take. Overcome it by having it, by paying, by buying it, and then actually getting permission, by asking permission, getting permission to get it, okay? Or just fighting that urge. You really need a willpower to overcome urges to take things without permission, okay, for a lot of people. And it seems to me like it's a reptilian brain. It's like, oh, me see, me want, me wanty. And it's like it takes that subconscious to kick in to tell you, no, you don't need that, okay? You can live without it, type of thing. Well, whatever the item may be, a nice pair of pants, a new dress, for clothes or food. There's that animalistic need to get food sometimes, especially when you don't have money. But a lot of people will take things when they don't need them. They see a payoff later, like they could sell this item. Okay, how do they overcome that need? we have such a high demand in society to live a high life in America, and our standards are so high, and it's not being helped by the government by setting the standards high. No homelessness, no sleeping out on the streets. That's a low standard. You need a high standard. So creating that high standard puts in our minds that we need to do whatever it takes, not just get food to survive. We need to have the best things in life, because we got the government paddling us and the poor people in the back for not achieving them high standards. Okay, not every country is like that, so it's something to overcome. It's a little more to overcome by the high standards in America.